Because of all that snow, it has to go somewhere, right? The fear of more spring storms has some worry.
Sure does. CBS 13's Tori Apodaca joining us live in Colfax, where the snow has been falling and the concern over future flooding rising. Right, Tori?
Hey guys, yeah, the snow certainly is falling down at this hour in Colfax. We've been here through most of the day, and it didn't start turning into snow until around 3 p.m. at around that 2,400-foot elevation mark, again here in Colfax. But eventually the sun will shine again, even though it doesn't look like that at this moment. And when it does, it could create some problems for the rivers in the valley.
I don't know if it's the fog or the snow, but snow drops about that big.
Snow piling up in the Sierra once again.
We need all this snow, so I'm all for it.
But some say putting on chains is getting old.
I think we've reached a point of it needs to stop at this point.
Eventually, when it does warm up, and it will warm up eventually, we will see that snow eventually melt and go into the reservoir and stream system.
When it does, could the snow melt cause spring flooding in the valley? Scott Rowe with the National Weather Service says yes.
The biggest thing that we're going to have to take a look at is how fast that snow melts.
Rowe says San Joaquin and Stanislaus are both in danger. Plus, rain falling on top of the already snow-covered mountains could create a heightened flow.
The water doesn't have a lot of locations to drain to.
One of the concerns is how high and for how long. We don't know that yet.
The levee in San Joaquin already has some boils and seepage. That's why the state is making repairs, plus monitoring how much more water is coming.
They're releasing the water so that there's room for current runoff and then the long-term runoff.
Sacramento reclamation districts are also keeping a close eye on the Cosumnes River, but the fact that ski resorts will be open through June, maybe even July, makes them feel more confident that a sudden melt won't happen.
The best thing that people can do is just know where they live, know if they're in a floodplain, know if they're near a levee.
It's almost April. It's time for spring.
Time for spring, but the snow is still falling, and the forecast does say that we will be seeing these below average temperatures for at least another week or so. So it will, of course, take some time before we see all of the snow start to melt, and then when it does, we will be able to see those impacts it will have on the valley.